and I'm at the point where I am definitely not going to go back. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I wanted to talk more about how to quit social media and just some tips that have made it a lot easier for me. If you haven't watched my last video, it was all about why I decided to quit social media. I had lots of super supportive comments, so thank you so much if you commented. But I did get a question about how to actually quit social media because it's just so addictive. So today I just wanted to give you some tips because it's been about 2 weeks since I got off social media, and I just wanted to share some things that have worked really well for me. Everybody pretty much is on it, so you might feel like you're being left behind or you're missing out or something like that. So yeah, I just wanted to give you some things that have worked really well for me. So I just want to start this video by saying that I have absolutely loved being off of social media. Like I said, it's only been about 2 weeks now, and I'm at the point where I am definitely not going to go back. I have had a few moments where I've kind of felt that like withdrawal, I guess, or felt that instinct or that impulse to go back onto it. But now I'm at the point where everything is just so much better. My mental clarity is just a million times better. I feel so much more calm and just at ease and just happy with my life. And I feel like I'm almost romanticizing my own life again. I'm just doing things that I genuinely enjoy and that bring fulfillment and that are actually good for me. So if you're considering, quitting social media or taking a break from it, I would 100% recommend it. And hopefully giving you these tips, you'll have all the tools you need in order to actually do it. So my first tip for quitting social media is getting clear on your reasons for wanting to quit. Now, for some people, this might just be really obvious because maybe if you're watching this video, you do have a very obvious reason. But I think just getting clear on kind of like your why and your deep reasons makes it so much easier to actually make that decision and take the jump. So for me, my main reason was my mental health. I just noticed that I was experiencing a lot of anxiety, depression. I mean, I wasn't, diagnosed with anything, but I just know myself and I know when I'm feeling certain things. So I was just experiencing a lot of that with no, I guess, obvious reason. So for you, this might just be because you feel like you're addicted to it. Maybe you're spending too much time on your phone. Maybe you're not getting things done in your life. That was actually one for me too. Or sometimes I would put off doing things around the house just because I would waste time scrolling on my phone. So whatever your reason is, just first thing is to just get really clear on that and maybe even write it down. Okay, my second tip for getting off of social media is identify which apps or which things on your phone are the most detrimental to you and which ones you can keep and that actually add value to your life. So for me, the most detrimental one was Instagram. So that is the one that I ended up getting rid of. I was never on TikTok at all, so that wasn't an issue for me. Facebook, I ended up keeping Facebook, even though I don't post on there or scroll on it anymore. I kept it just for the messenger function so I can still, contact my family members and friends and that kind of thing. So yeah, I didn't feel like Facebook was really detrimental because I never really scrolled on there anyway. And obviously I'm still doing YouTube. So I found that app to be really beneficial to me. It's really fun and creative for me to make videos, and I get a lot of value out of watching YouTube videos. I also decided to keep Pinterest, even though it's not really social media. I just really like Pinterest for looking up recipe ideas and just getting general inspiration. So that one I kept. But yeah, the main one that I got rid of was Instagram. So depending which apps you have, maybe it's X or Twitter, maybe it's, TikTok. Identify which apps take up the most of your time and don't really add value to your life. And so those are the ones that you're probably going to get rid of. Okay, my third tip for getting off of social media is to actually make your phone less attractive. So this is just going to reduce your general screen time. So what I did is I downloaded the Dumb Phone app. I did have to pay for it. It wasn't that much money though, and it's like a lifetime subscription. So you just pay once and you have it forever. And what this app did is it made my phone look like one of those light phones, if you ever heard of them. It's just a phone that allows you to reduce your screen time because it makes it less attractive. So I just downloaded the app and followed all the steps on there. I guess I think it's aesthetically pleasing, but it just made it less attractive. because it kind of pushes all of your colorful, attractive apps elsewhere. So you can put just your essential apps on your main screen. And I've really been enjoying this. It just, like I said, it looks aesthetically pleasing, and it just like reduces the noise and the clutter from something that you use like every day all the time. And so this is also just going to make it easier to stay off of your social media apps because they won't be readily available. Okay, my fourth tip for getting off of social media is to figure out what hobbies and what things you want to replace that time with, and also make those new hobbies easily accessible. You're going to be tempted constantly to still reach for your phone, and you're going to have that impulse to go onto those apps. So you need to replace that with something else. So for me, so far, I've replaced it with reading and with drawing, mostly on my iPad. So what I do is I always keep my book either like out in the living room, or I carry it with me to the bedroom at night. And so that is mostly what I'll do first thing in the morning. And then right before I go to bed is I'll read my book. And then when we're, say, watching some TV or just kind of lounging in the living room, that's when I'll do some drawing. So I always have my iPad just out in the open so it's readily accessible. Okay, so my fifth tip for getting off of social media is to still allow yourself some screen time. So you don't want to go completely cold turkey, like throw your phone away or anything like that. That's just not realistic. So you want to choose some things like, for example, watching YouTube videos or scrolling on Pinterest to allow yourself some screen time and some downtime, and to make it easier and feel like you're not missing out. Try to choose some things that genuinely bring you joy or that are educational. That's what I love YouTube for. I just watch so many videos that are either inspirational or educate me on something. Still allowing yourself some screen time is just an easier way. It provides a soft landing rather than just cold turkey getting off your phone. Like I said, it's just not realistic, and it's just kind of the way of the world. Like, we just always will have some type of screen. So just allowing yourself that makes it so much easier. Okay, so my sixth tip for getting off of social media, and this is something that I still have to work on myself, this is to set boundaries around your screen time. So if you can, try and limit your screen time in the morning and right before bed. This is just going to be better for your brain health, better for your sleep and all that stuff. So like I said, I replaced scrolling on my phone morning and night with reading, and I have been enjoying it so much. I'm reading a book that I absolutely love right now. It's like every time I go to read, I'm like so excited to read. And I really built up this habit over the last few weeks, and I'm just absolutely loving it. I mean, I'm learning something. It's a nice, slow way to start my day and a slow, relaxing way to end my day. So that's kind of the limits that I've tried to set around my screen time, but it might look different for you. Okay, my seventh tip for getting off of social media, and this actually kind of just comes with getting rid of social media, but it is to call people more and have, real conversations with your loved ones. If you can, even go and hang out with them in real life, but if they live somewhere else, just phone calls are so nice. So actually talking to your loved ones is going to bring you real connection rather than just like scrolling on their social media and seeing what they're up to. Your social media feed is just not real life. So even if you're seeing what they're up to, it doesn't reflect what they're actually going through. Like, having real conversations just allows you to actually stay in the loop with their life. Like I said, just connect a lot more one-to-one. Okay, my eighth and my final tip for getting off of social media is to combine your digital detox with an environmental detox. Now, this isn't like, I'm not talking about like microplastics or anything like that. I'm talking about your home environment, the places where you spend most of your time. I'm talking more about just like decluttering your environment. It was actually kind of an accident that I decided to embrace minimalism at the same time that I decided to get off of social media. Looking back, like, it's actually been so beneficial for both areas. So once I decided to adopt minimalism, I started to declutter all of the areas of my house. Even if you do just one room or one drawer or cupboard at a time, maybe even like one of those a week, just do it really slowly. Like, when I started doing that, it freed up so much space in my brain. It reduced my anxiety and my stress so much. Like, I can't explain to you how much it's helped me. It's so satisfying as well to just declutter, like get rid of anything you don't use. And it makes it so much easier to maintain a clean and tidy home, even though it's not perfect. It's still a little messy. Having less things, less clutter brings you so much joy and allows you to be more in the moment, and it saves you a lot of time as well. So you can spend more time on, things like hobbies and stuff like that. But I just think it's a good idea. Do a digital detox and at the same time do an environmental detox. Getting off of social media, you're going to be like, what do I do with my time now? And you can use that time to declutter your home. And it's just an overall detox, declutter kind of situation. That kind of leads me to a bonus tip, which is find some inspiration for getting off of social media and living a little bit more minimally. I discovered Madison Gray on YouTube, and her videos have just really inspired me to embrace minimalism, embrace simplicity, live a more slow life with less stress and anxiety, and not focusing on other people's lives, focusing on my own life and what truly brings me joy. Because that's the whole point of getting off of social media, is to benefit your own life, figure out what you really want, connect more to yourself rather than focusing on other people and all of the noise out there. So yeah, that brings me to the end of the video. If you haven't checked out my last video on reasons why I decided to get off of social media, make sure to go check that video out. Now, I don't really want my whole channel to become about being off of social media, but this is just what I am experiencing and going through right now. So I just want to share it with you all in hopes that it will give you some inspiration and help you out in some way. So if you did find this video helpful, make sure to give it a like. I'm going to be sharing just more about my life, living in the country, living simply, living slow. So if you're into any of that stuff, make sure to go subscribe to my channel. Okay, thank you so much for watching if you made it this far, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.